Good evening. So, I'm back live for this video tonight. Maybe it's time to pray, time to really awake in this time of crisis. I would like us to really have a reflection on what's really happening around us. But before that, I'd like to read this enlightening views of Bill Gates. May nagpadala sa akin dito isang it's posted in the Facebook. Uh, it's Bill Gates' view on COVID-19. It says, "What is the Corona COVID virus really teaching us?" It says, "I'm a strong believer that there is a spiritual purpose behind everything that happens, whether that is what us being good or being bad. As I meditate upon this, I want to share with you what I feel the Corona COVID-19 virus is really doing to us." It says here, it is reminding us that we are all equal, regardless of our culture, religion, occupation, financial situation, or how famous we are. This disease threats us all equally. Perhaps we should too. If you don't believe me, just ask Tom Hanks. It is reminding us that we are all connected and something that affects one person has an effect on another. Tama yata ito, ano? So, kung ano yung maging epekto sa akin, may epekto sa iba, sa lahat. Makes us equal. It is also reminding us that the false borders that we have put up have little value as this virus does not need a passport. It is reminding us by oppressing us for a short time of those in this world whose whole life is spent in oppression. It is reminding us also of how precious our health is and how we have moved to neglect it through eating nutrient poor manufactured food and drinking water that is contaminated with chemicals. If we don't look after our health, we will, of course, get sick. Again, it says here, it is reminding us that of the shortness of life and of what is most important for us to do, which is to help each other, especially those who are old or sick. Our purpose is not to buy toilet roll. It is reminding us of how materialistic our society has become and how, when in times of difficulty, we remember that it is the essential that we need food, water, medicine as opposed to the luxuries that we sometimes unnecessarily give value to. It is also reminding us of how important our family and home life is and how much we have neglected this. It is forcing us back into our houses so we can rebuild them into our home and to strengthen our family unit. I think this is the 10 benefits of COVID. Kaya sabi ko nga, I think I would go happening all around us. There are bad sides on it, but I would choose the good sides. Says it is reminding us that our true work is not our job. That is what we do, not what we were created to do. Our true work is to look after each other, to protect each other, and to be of benefit to one another. It is reminding us to keep our egos in check. It is reminding us that no matter how great we think we are or how great others think we are, a virus can bring our world to a standstill. Wow, it's stopping the whole entire world. It is reminding us that the power of free will is in our hands. We can choose to cooperate and help each other, to share, to give, to support each other, or we can choose to be selfish, to hoard, to look after only ourselves. Indeed, it is difficulties that bring out our true colors. It is reminding us that we can be patient or we can panic. We can either understand that this type of situation has happened many times before in history and will pass, and panic and see it as the end of the world and consequently cause ourselves more harm than good. It is reminding us that this can either be an end or a new beginning of reflection where we learn from our mistakes, or it can be the start of a cycle which will continue until we finally learn the lesson we are meant to. This is also a reminder for us that this earth is sick. It's reminding us that we need to look at the rate of deforestation just as urgently as we look at the speed at which toilet rolls are disappearing off the shelf. We are sick because our home is sick. It is reminding us that after every difficulty, there is always ease. It says life is cyclical, and this is just a phase in this great cycle. We do not need to panic, these too shall pass. Whereas many see the corona or COVID-19 virus as a great disaster, I prefer to see it as a great corrector. It is sent to remind us of the important lesson that we seem to have forgotten, and it is up to us if we learn them or not. Uh, this is assumed to be written by Bill Gates, and it's posted. So I just read this to us. So it's reminding us a lot of things. But for us, as God's children, we are reminded that we are not to fear, we're not to worry, because of refuge. Psalm 91, to all of us, he that dwelleth in the place of the Most High shall abide in the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is in my fortress, my God, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. If this is virus is a pestilence, then the Lord said, the Lord will deliver you. The Lord will be your fortress and refuge. In verse 4 it says, he shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings thou shalt trust, and his truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, put against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and the other, the young lion, and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him, and I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him, my salvation. The Lord is saying, fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither be compounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame, for thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shall not remember thy reputes to the widowhood anymore. So the Lord guarantees and assures us of our protection, and we shall not be harmed because He is our refuge, He is our fortress. And lastly, we're going to read Isaiah 54. It says, for the Lord had called thee as, uh, here, in verse 10. I'll start in verse 10. For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed, but my kindness shall not depart from thee. Neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, says the Lord, that hath mercy on you. O thou afflicted, tossed with tempests, and not comforted, behold, I will lay thy stones with fair colors, and lay thy foundations with sapphires. And I will make thy windows of agates, and thy gates of thy borders of pleasant stones. And all thy children shall be taught of the Lord, and great shall be the peace of thy children. In righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. And Isaiah 54:17 says, this is for you, there is no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord like you, and the righteousness and me, says the Lord. So whatever is this uh, virus, the trouble, the infection, the contagion that is going around us, the Lord said, He shall, no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. And most important, this to be our prayer. In Psalm 23, it says, the Lord is my shepherd. He maketh you to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth you beside the still waters, so that you will have peace. He restores your soul. He leadeth you in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yes, though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil, for he is with you. His rod and thy staff will protect and comfort you. He prepares a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Thou anointest your head with oil, your cup runneth over. And last verse it says, surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life, and you will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Okay, guys, this is what God is saying to us. He is our fortress, He is our refuge, He is our deliverer, He is our rock in our salvation. And so, God's guarantee as we dwell in the shadow of the Almighty. So, okay, God bless you tonight. I decree tonight, all of you are listening, that you are free from fear. The Lord is covering you, He's protecting you, He is your shield, He is your refuge. No weapon that is formed against you shall. The Lord's peace will be upon you, and sleep tight. Have a sound sleep tonight. God's angels is around you. He surrounds your property. He surrounds your home, your children, and your family. And again, let's hold on to who we are. We are God's people made in the image and likeness of God. God bless you, and see you again.